Last season was hands down the worst season of Ben Simmons' career. In his first season playing with the Nets, he averaged just 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, all of which were well below his career averages. The player that was called the next LeBron when being drafted, and who had made 3 All-Stars and 1 Rookie of the Year in his first 4 seasons, had seemingly fallen off a cliff. This came after he held out to start the 2022 season with Philadelphia, demanding a trade and citing mental health issues. It's fair to say that by this point, many people are turned off to a guy who was once one of the league's brightest young stars. His inability to shoot the 3 has also led to a lot of taunting online. So when news came out that he is coming on strong this offseason, people were quick to blow it off and say not this again. But I want to actually go against that narrative. The way people are responding seems to imply that he has been horrible for years and is continually being pushed as a comeback player in the offseason. That's a false narrative and just untrue. Ben Simmons only had 1 bad season. He didn't play in 2022, so that can't be used to say he was awful. This past season has been the only one where he wasn't an extremely high-level starter at worst. The thing that stood out to me from the report was that he is being called 100% healthy, and the most healthy he's been since Philadelphia, where in his last season he was an All-Star and 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year voting. It seems to be ignored, because people love to hate him, that he was dealing with a back injury all of last season, which can be a long-lasting problem. But it seems to now have healed, which allows Simmons to become a dominant two-way force once again. Not only am I predicting that he'll win the Nets starting point guard spot, I think he'll be an Eastern Conference All-Star for the 4th time next season. Now let's take a deeper look at why. Before we get into the incoming comeback season from Ben Simmons, if you enjoy my content or watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Ben Simmons is getting back to normal, according to multiple reports. On Thursday, SNY's Ian Begley reported that Simmons is 100% healthy after missing the last 2 months of the regular season because of a back injury. Simmons hasn't had any setbacks in the offseason, and now that he's no longer rehabilitating the injury, he is doing skill work and conditioning to gear up for training camp, SNY reported, citing league sources. On NBA Today on Wednesday, ESPN's Mark Spears cited a source close to Simmons, saying that he is on the right track and close to being ready for the regular season. The full quote, which Spears read aloud, "I would say he's in the final stage of prep for the season and he has passed every benchmark and is as healthy as he has ever been since his last year in Philly. Brooklyn has been incredibly supportive and the plan is for him to be the Nets point guard and primary ball handler this coming season. The expectation is that he will fully resume his career at the level he has played at prior to leaving Philadelphia." There is suddenly all sorts of Simmons optimism in the air. The panel on NBA Today used Mikal Bridges' recent appearance on Paul George's podcast, in which he expressed support for Simmons and confidence in his ability to return to form, as a jumping-off point for its discussion. Back in April, after the Nets announced that he would miss the rest of the 2023 season because of a nerve impingement in his back, Simmons' agent told New York Post Brian Lewis that he will be healthy to start the next season for sure, adding that his difficulties in Brooklyn were part of the recovery from his previous procedure. On July 9th in Las Vegas during Summer League, Nets GM Sean Marks told reporters that Simmons had not played 3-on-3 or 5-on-5 yet, but was in great physical shape and raring to go. Based on ESPN and SNY's reporting, Simmons has made significant progress in the last few weeks. Simmons will not, however, play for Australia in the 2023 World Cup. This particular summer, he just ran out of time, Marks told reporters in Vegas. It just wasn't the right thing to do. Ideally, this will increase his chances of staying on the court throughout the 2024 season. After trading KD and Kyrie Irving in February, Brooklyn has had a relatively quiet summer, but a healthy, confident Simmons would function as an enormous addition. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.